a king. My word for you is persistence. As we talked last spring, as you were preparing to retire, some of the things that I remembered about you is the fact that you had grit, you have persistence, and you were not willing to compromise, and you continue to strive for excellence in every capacity that you served at Norfolk Christian, whether as a teacher or as an administrator. And so I really appreciate how you continue to raise the bar of excellence wherever you were, in whatever capacity you served, and you made everybody around you better. So thank you, Wanda, for the years you have dedicated to this mission, and I wish you the best in all things.
Wanda, thank you for the many years of friendship that we have shared over the years through Norfolk Christian. I was reflecting as to when we met, and I was a parent at the Norfolk campus, and Clayton was in kindergarten, and you were his teacher. You were so loving and caring to him and to all your students. Then our friendship actually began professionally. I was your kindergarten aide. To then I was your teacher partner in kindergarten, and then you were my amazing principal at the Beach campus. You were such a mentor to me by helping me to be a better teacher, by giving me wise advice on life. You were such a blessing to me and my family. And I just really appreciate all the service that you have contributed to Norfolk Christian as a teacher, as a principal, as a friend. I just love you so much, and thank you for all you have done for the school. I hope you have a happy retirement and enjoy your family.
Wanda, what can I say? What a joy it has been to have you in my life. Knowing you these past 20 years has been such a blessing for me. I remember back to when we started, when I was your aide at the lower school, Norfolk. We did that for 5 years. And working alongside you, I saw how you showed God's love and caring and understanding to all the children in your class. I particularly remember the year we had 18 students in that small room, and 16 of them were boys. That was quite the year. But you always remained so calm and supportive and loving. And I know each of your students over the years has learned important lessons about life and what it means to be a child of God. You truly helped grow ambassadors. When I moved on to become an administrative assistant at the Norfolk Lower School and then the Upper School, I watched while you interacted with teachers and administrators, and I so appreciated your forthrightness and your willingness to have the hard conversations, and how you would come up with great ideas to showcase our students or solutions to issues that might come up. You always had Norfolk Christian's reputation in mind. You wanted the community to see us in the best possible light. When you became the Beach campus director, your focus and experience just jumped to the forefront for everyone to see. You weren't afraid to make difficult changes if necessary and to keep things the same if that was what was best. And that campus thrived under your leadership. In our personal relationship with our lunches out and your helping lead our community group and the walks we would take, the talks we would have, you always had such great insight and advice. I would say that your wisdom is one of the traits that comes to mind when I think back on our time together. You just seem to know the right words to say and the way God sees our lives and what he wants for us. I always appreciated the wisdom that you provided for me, and thank you for sharing that with me through the years. You're always such a wonderful role model and leader and a great personal friend. Congratulations on your retirement, Wanda. I pray that the next stage of your life is full of fun, rest, and grandchildren. Have a wonderful retirement.
Wanda, I have now known you and Mark, I think, for over 20 years, and I remember the day that I found out you were going to come and serve as the director at the Beach campus, and I was so thrilled. And since then, my expectations, even on that day, have been far exceeded. And I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for how you have served our school and our families and our children so well. and you have served in love and with such great honor and dignity, and also not been afraid to stand up for what you believe is right and push for the things that you know we need. And I just love that about you. And I have appreciated getting to serve alongside you as well. And I'm just grateful even to call you friend. And we wish you, our family wishes you nothing but the best. And you will be missed so greatly. But we know that we'll see you around, I hope. And you just go and love on those little grandbabies well. They are very lucky to have you as their grandma. And thank you so much, friend. We love you and we will miss you at school. And well done, good and faithful servant.
Hey,
Hi, Wanda.
Hey, Wanda, it's your dynamic duo. We just want to wish you a happy retirement. It was so much fun working with you, and we're glad that we made you become a beach girl.
We loved having you with us. I love that we had a little Freaky Friday time where you became administrator and I went to kindergarten. I appreciate all your help. We sure do miss you, but we hope you're enjoying your time with your sweet grandchildren.
Yeah, we're happy that you have all that time now to enjoy with them. So, happy retirement.
Come and see us. We miss
love
you.
you.
So I came to Norfolk Christian 20 years ago in 2001, and I started my career here as actually a preschool and kindergarten teacher. It was an interesting first year. I was approached by Karen Upton, who was the director at the lower school in Norfolk at the time, and Susie Prevet, who was a longtime preschool teacher at Norfolk Christian, was leaving. And so Karen asked if I would come on board to lead our pre-K3 class, and I did so. At the same time, we were looking at a half-day program in kindergarten in the afternoon. And so that first year was kind of interesting. I did both. In the morning, I taught pre-K3. In the afternoon, I taught kindergarten. And it was great. I had the opportunity to work with some great people who had been at Norfolk Christian for a long time. Barb Theory, Jackie Hoppy. So that was a great year, great experience. The following year, we decided to take the kindergarten in a new direction and do full-time kindergarten. So I spent about 14 years doing whole-day kindergarten at that point. So some of the different positions I've held while I've been here during those 20 years. I was in kindergarten for 14 years, and then I came to the beach campus to lead this campus as director 6 years ago. During my time teaching, I had lots of opportunities to mentor new teachers. That was always a great privilege as well, and to meet many great families. Had an opportunity to teach a lot of our faculty children, which was also exciting. I remember Ms. Noctegal's daughter, Abby, Janet Birch's son, Lanny, Gwendy Arrington's daughter, Brittany, some great kids, and so that was a privilege to do so. Yeah, there have been a lot of changes at Norfolk Christian during the 20 years I've been here. I think one of the things that I've seen is a real an increase in our academic rigor here at the school, and that's been exciting to see. We've really expanded into some innovative ways of teaching and teaching strategies that have been really exciting to be a part of. One of the programs that has meant a lot to me has been our Exceptional Learner Program, where we've been able to really differentiate and meet the needs of students who have special needs or learning differences. So that's been great for Norfolk Christian. One of the differences, of course, is the physical plant. The school looks much different since I've been there. I remember when I first came, my oldest daughter was playing soccer, and the field actually by the school was actually apartment buildings, and so they tore those down. And often on the soccer field that they replaced that with bricks and rocks and all kinds of things would pop up on that field still from those old apartment buildings. So it's such a joy now to see the new athletic field that is there and the opportunities it's giving so many of our student athletes to improve their game and just to have a great venue. I would say, of course, the most consistent thing has been the mission of the school. That's always been the foundation of everything that we do at Norfolk Christian. Norfolk Christian was giving a great legacy by those who founded the school, and that's always at the forefront of our teachers, our families. So that's always there. I think also relationships that our teachers have with students are one of the things that really set us apart, and that's been true through the many years that I've been here and will continue to be. Well, I've had the opportunity to work with amazing people, so it's hard to say, any one person. I have a funny story. I taught one year with a young male kindergarten teacher named John Hutton. And John was not only a kindergarten teacher, but he was also very involved with the NBA and with collegiate basketball. At the time when he was teaching with me in kindergarten, James McAdoo was at our school playing basketball for us. James went on to be an NBA player. But James was being highly recruited at that time, and John and I would be out on the playground watching 5-year-olds play, and he would get a phone call on his cell, and he would say, "Oh, excuse me just a moment, I'm going to take this call very quickly," and he'd come back and he'd say, "Oh, thanks, that was just, Coach K from Duke, or, Coach Williams from, North Carolina," and I would just laugh at the irony of that here we are sitting on the playground watching 5-year-olds play while John was, meeting with these very classy college, coaches and helping James along. So that was one of my funny stories, and really appreciated John for that. So many great people. I've worked with some wonderful teachers. My time at the beach, I've had an opportunity to work with some amazing teachers who are just great at their craft, and I would say too many to name. Had some great teaching assistants as well, Rose Gray, Karen Rice, who were just fabulous. And of course, you can never speak too highly about the parents. So many great families. One of the privileges of teaching kindergarten was that I was able to teach whole families, so families who had multiple children. I think about people like the Pantangans and the opportunity to teach all 4 of their children. So that was a great opportunity. Taught many families like that, and really enjoyed just all the families and students I've had the opportunity to be around these last 20 years. Lots of favorite things. Teaching kindergarten, such a blessing to be with young children who are so curious and eager to learn, and seeing them learn to read and really grow significantly. Spiritually as well. I have such hearts for the Lord. I think one event that was critical during the time I was here was when the Twin Towers went down. And I remember very well. In fact, I think that was my first year, maybe, or around that first year, coming to school that day and hearing the news. And having to respond in an elementary school was quite challenging because, of course, young students we're fearful and anxious. But it was great to be in this place where we knew that God was in control and working and able to bring all of our students down. I remember we brought all the students down to the gym. We broke them into small groups. We prayed with them. Of course, we talked and prayed with parents that day as well. So a very difficult, challenging time, but also a time where we really knew the peace of God, and was great to be with students in that way during that time. Some of the fun things were just, one of the fun things here at the beach campus has been finally getting a new playground built, and that's something that had been a hope and a dream for many families here for a long time. And so that was exciting to see that go up last year and to have a big just campus event celebrating that playground, and just seeing the students continue to enjoy that every day. So that will stick in my memory as well. I just want to say a final thanks. It's been such a privilege to be at this school, and I've learned and grown in so many ways, and just appreciate it so much. The camaraderie and the just great people I've worked with, the many students have been such a joy to me teaching. And leading the beach campus has really been sort of the icing on the cake, so to speak. A great way to end my career. And that I have loved being here. It's a very, very sweet place, very nurturing and close-knit community, and the parents have been so great. I've really enjoyed my time here with families and with students and with my staff, which has been excellent. So thanks for the memories.